Alright, this is like my 5th attempt at this video, so I'm going to try to make it quick. In my opinion, to all you scope guys out there, yeah, there's very expensive scopes. This is a Cabela's shooting magazine for 2009, about a year old. And talk about scopes here, you've got a huge variety of scopes you can go through. Tactical scopes, shotgun scopes, black powder scopes. Pretty much something for everybody. Leopold is probably the best scope. You can get a used Leopold and it'd be a lot better than most of these companies sell them brand new. Super beautiful clarity. These scopes are magnificent. The only problem is they're out of my price range. I mean, they start at about 200 bucks and go up to about 800, maybe even 1,000 for some of the newer models. But what I would recommend for anybody who's just starting out, stay away from Swarovski, Zeiss. These guys are gorgeous scopes, very expensive. I stick with the BSA or Simmons. And there's a logo there, BSA Optics and Simmons. And the main reason why is because Simmons started about 40 bucks, $20 to $40 for a nice Simmons scope. 3x9 is a good power for anywhere under 100 yards, about 100 yards effective, maybe even up to 2 at the most. BSA, they have the same thing, 3x9s, but if you want something more with a tactical advantage, which you can also use for hunting, I'd go with this model right here. That's the Mildot 6-24 by 40, and that's, if you look it up, it's just 6-24x40. But watch where you get it. Cabela's here sells them, retails them for $130, $129.99, and Cheaper Than Dirt here retails them for $84.97. So I like Cheaper Than Dirt. They're a great company. In fact, Nut and Fancy just gave them a plug the other day and said, let them know the Nut and Fancy sent you, and maybe they'll give you 10% off. But it's the illuminated Mildot reticle scope, and it's 6-24 by 40 millimeter. It's running $84.97, and it's made by a company called BSA. The crosshairs light up. Amazing scope for the price. And a Mildot reticle, you can look up Mildot, M-I-L-D-O-T, and it'll show you exactly what a Mildot reticle looks like. But in my opinion, that's a good scope to get. The BSA 6-24 by 40 millimeter scope, and in Cheaper Than Dirt, it's labeled as Illuminated Mildot Reticle Scope. That's a good scope for the money. And you can use it on a tactical rifle, AR-15, like that, as well as a hunting rifle. And like I said, there's a million scopes you can choose from, a million different companies, but most scopes do the same exact thing. And if you got a bucket load full of money, go for a Zeiss or a Swarovski, maybe even a Leopold, if that makes you happy spending more money. But for most of us, practicality and functionality is what we need. And these two scopes are made by good companies, been around for a long time, and they do work. So I hope that helps you out a little bit.